making this video because I don't know what else to do. What's next? About 4 years ago, I moved from Maryland to New York. Got a job as a PA as a post PA for this show called We Own the City. And this is a really big thing, a big deal. Obviously I majored in film in college and always had a love for that, and I got to work on a set in Baltimore for We Own the City as a COVID PA, and then eventually met editors and they brought me on as a post PA, and they were like, hey, we want you to come to New York with us, offer me a job there. And that was such a big move for me. I'm doing post PA for We Own the City. I became post PA for Succession, which was also very cool. Obviously it was kind of very cool to be on a show that was super well known, that everyone was like gonna watch week to week and like were commenting on. So it was cool that I could be part of something like that. And then after that, I did a show called Ripley, again as a post PA. And this is when the question in my head starts to burrow: what's next? I got to be around some of the best editors working today, and with that, like, I learned so much and got to pick their brains about so much. And also just like being around the producers or just the industry in general, got to just see how it worked and how things function at that level. But that was my third show being a PA, and at a certain point you're kind of like, all right, I'm not really making a lot of money at that point. I've been in the city for 2.5 years, so it is kind of like, all right, where's the progression? What's the goal here? And then on my next show, P Valley, which I just finished up, I became an edit room assistant, which is like the assistant editor to the assistant editor. They you basically assist the whole team. I mean, you assist everybody, but this time you actually get to be in the editing tools and like help make the show. Like, I help make the main title sequence and credits, and with that you actually got to be in the edit and work off of stuff, and you were like way more involved in the making of the show. And and in finishing that, it was a very cool experience. I learned so much, but that's done. And now I'm at the point where I'm asking myself kind of the question I hate the most: what's next? And I'm not sure. When I was working as an edit room assistant and even as a PA, working in post production, at least the point where I was at, was really cool, especially for a film kid like me, and like having so many interests and meeting so many like-minded people. But at the same time, even in post production, it's like 9, 10, 11-hour days, some days longer based on if a cut needs to go out. And I think that really disappointed me, not in the sense of like I don't want to work hard at stuff, but it really is a job that becomes your life. And sometimes that's really cool and you learn a lot, but other times it sucks because you get home, it's dark, and you're exhausted, and you have to make dinner. Time you make dinner, you just want to go to bed. And I had moved to this new city, and I hadn't really made any connections that weren't work related. Which, and I don't want to sound ungrateful, because I met so many cool people and have done so many cool things, but as someone who's 28, single, and in New York, it felt weird that, like, unintentionally these past years, like, work has been my whole life. And outside of work, I work was cool, but it didn't scratch the full creative itch, because really I'm just working on someone else's projects for 10 hours a day. So, and a lot of it was just like getting lunches and doing paperworks and doing time cards and stuff like that. So I didn't get that full creative itch. So I was also working on side projects. This past year I worked on made a web series called Command. Well, actually we're making season 2 right now, and it's really, really, really ambitious project. And on top of that, I edited my very first feature this year. We're actually wrapping it up now, in terms of the editing process. So I was doing that, P-Valley, Command, and sometimes I'd pick up an editing gig just to make money. But all that to be said, like, it's all work. And I don't know, like, now that P-Valley's done, I'm kind of like left to myself a little bit and asking what's next. I like look around, and like there's a sense of being unfulfilled, sense of all right, well, I did the thing. And I think I'm someone that has always been into working hard. Like, I have a lot of goals. I want to accomplish those goals. Each year, or each year, almost every day, I feel like I ask myself the question of what's next? What am I doing next? And every year, the question, I feel like, gets heavier and heavier, and I get more indecisive. And I don't know, like, what is next? What do I want to be next? Am I getting what I want from the city, from my job? I think the simple thing is, I want to create. Part of the reason that I'm making this video is because I enjoy creating, and I feel like I struggle with just naturally creating, and not just like, I feel like everything I create, I have to put a lot of thought into. Even just setting this up, like, I feel like I had an idea for this kind of video 3 weeks ago, but I didn't put it together because I think I've lost the natural joy of creating. Like, you look at my old YouTube videos, there are a lot of videos on there that aren't great, but at the time I was just so excited to post and put something out there. Like, I went to Vegas months ago, and I went with friends, and I was supposed to put together like a fun video, and I like just haven't been able to. Not because I don't want to, or because I don't think it's fun. It's just that, like, I reached this weird plateau of standard. Like, my standards for what is good is so high now from working in the industry, but also at the same time my need to create is even higher, because I feel like all my time has gone to work, or my need to create for fun, all my time has gone to work. So I'm like, I just want to make something cool and fun, but every time I try, I'm like, the quality's not that good, or the sound's not that good, or the camera work is okay, and like the color is shit, and like, I think a lot of it is in asking what's next. I've stopped making progress, but then I'm like, I feel like I'm obsessed with the progress of it. Like, should I care that much? You know, should I always be thinking about, okay, what do I gotta do next? What's the next thing? What's the next thing? Or like, I don't know. I wish I was just someone that could enjoy the moment a bit. What's next? Even filming this now, I don't know what the point of this is. I don't even know if I'll share this because I'm like, who wants to hear me talk about what's next for 30 minutes? I think if I simplify it right here, right now, about what I want next, it's to create and enjoy creating. And I think part of that is having the projects that I put a lot of work in, like Command, that put a lot of time, work, and write, and all that stuff, but also having more casual stuff that I can do and enjoy because I miss having fun with it. I miss having fun in general. So I don't know. I'm gonna try in my in my unemployment, or even just from now on. I really want to create more and overthink less. So yeah, I I hope that has a fan base. I hope that has people that are interested in my thoughts and how I see the world and my weird portrayal of things. Yeah, I don't know. More to come is what I'm saying. More to come.